Great day to be a Nintendo fan. You had console, Pro Controller, tempered glass, and the micro SD card. Yep. Want to make sure we got the right micro SD card there. Yep, sure did. Your receipt will be in the bag. We're all set.
Thank you so much.
No problem. No problem. Have a great night, guys.
Yep, you too.
44. 44.
What's up, guys? It's omegaZ here from the omegaZNation, and today is the day. About an hour ago, I picked up my pre-order, or should I say post-order, of the Switch 2. It's still pre-order. So, I got one through Target, and so the estimation said June 11th, and I kind of, I want it now type of mentality. So, went through, because, you wait for the shipping, whatever. I don't know when that would come. But my GameStop was doing a midnight release on it. And I went there, and it was great. I met so many cool people. Shout out Antonio. Shout out Dr. Pants. It was a great experience. But number 42, as you saw in the clip, we picked up the order. And now we're going to do a little unboxing for you guys. So, of course, we got the console itself. Oh, it's hefty. We got the Nintendo Switch 2 right here. Obviously, you know how to go with that. We got a little sticker here for the Mario Kart World Bundle. There's the package. Got some handheld shots. Number 42 on it. We can keep that pristine. That's nice. I like that. Hopefully, I'll pull out my box cutter. Where is he? Hold up. How should I go in at this? We got the great Mrs. behind the camera to help me out if I can't get into this package. How should I go into it? Oh, it's probably I hope that worked. It most certainly did. We're getting a clean unboxing right here. We're gonna pull the John out of the thingy. Alright.
Put it on the desk.
I'm putting it on the desk. Alright, now is the lighting any... it's okay. So I got it upside down right now, but don't worry too much about that. We're going to open it up. Here we got, plug it in, set it up. We'll figure it out later. Looks like we can lay it down. Ooh, that's too clean. That thing is... It's huge. So I got the OLED model right over here, so we can do a little comparison. So here's the OLED. There's that lot. A little bit taller. Let's see if we can get this guy out. There's our Switch right there. We got our new Joy-Con controllers. Right here. Mess around with that in just a little bit. Looks like we got something under here. Here's my Mario Kart World digital code. Shout out Nintendo. Little manual, we don't worry about that. Looks like we got our HDMI cable. And now these, I've seen these. I think they're a little funky. So these are things that slide onto the Joy-Cons. Before they were like little black bumpers, but now they're kind of like see-through. Little 3D printed doohickeys, but we'll see how they are. Maybe they're simplistic and better than I thought. But we're gonna move this over here. Now we got. This looks like it's the Joy-Con controller grip. Put your Joy-Cons in there. I guess magnetically stick them in there. No longer sliding them on. Here we got. Oh, it's literally like a whole Nintendo brick. We're not working with whatever doohickey we had before. And then USB Type-C with the official Nintendo logo. Come on now. And then here we have our dock. I'm gonna get him out of here. Let's get our packaging. If you want to pause it real quick. It's going. Alright, so here's our dock right here. Situate things a little bit, and that boy is round. How we feel about the roundness? You know, he was a little bit of a square guy before, and now he's got that nice voluptuous body. No, it kind of looks more complicated. I don't know what kind of doohickeys or ventilation they got in there. Kind of like it. It looks like it has a better build quality, so that's always appreciated. Aside from getting this set up in a moment, let's pull out our little accessories we got here. This is the tempered glass screen protector. You know, 9H hardness. That's how you know. That's like diamonds right there. So we're gonna stick that on. You know, I didn't buy any warranty or anything, so I don't want to go too nuts with it. 2.8. And here is our 256 gigabyte GameStop micro SD Express card. So I didn't even know it was going to be GameStop brand. I thought it was going to be like SanDisk or something like that. But we have an adapter too for PC. You know, don't brick your console. It's not yours anymore. But we're going to mess around with that. I don't know when I'll need all that storage. And lastly, I got the new Pro controller right here. I always, you know, big hands, gotta have the controller. I was at the event playing Smash Bros with the little Joy-Cons. And, you know, I was cramping up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I got my receipt right there. I won't show that, but it's got 42 on it. Lucky number. Place was amazing, people were amazing, super smooth process. Of course, it did take a little bit of time. You know, that's expected with things like that, lots of demand. Let's get this thing set up and get right into it. Alright, so set things up a little bit just for it to get dirty again. We still got some unboxing to do. I guess, you know, it's time to get started with the Switch itself. Get them out, finally, right? Look at that nice sleeve. Guys, don't remove the plastic film from the screen. Nintendo said not to. Actually has a protective film on it. Which is why I got this screen protector, which our camera woman insists I open up first. How interesting. Alright, so we're going to get this open. It has GameStop on it. I'm tearing this up. I don't think it really matters. Man, he's in there. But he does not want to come out. Alright. And then also I might have to take hold of the camera for this one as well, because I'm not too dexterous. Ooh, dexterous. Unlock that one today. I think that means good, skilled with your hands. But I do have this right here. So how does this work? Alright guys, we got a surgeon at work. Opening up the towelette. Getting that thing nice and moist. Yep. Do not remove the protective film, bro. Whatever you do. Dust absorber. New item unlocked. Alright guys, this is the part, this is the tutorial. So you do the sticky thing on any of your dirty spots. Let me investigate. Not looking too dirty right now, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, now you peel the thingy. Now this lineup is important. They could mess you up. They could give you the boozy fade right here. Right, you want to line that up. Why the screen protector? I'm gonna need star platinum accuracy. We guys, you're watching a master at work. Man, I thought it was a screen protector, man. Look at all the fingerprints. Hey, we in the reflection. Is that it right there? Oh, the oxygen! It's raining! Oh, Patrick Star! No, do not leave me with a little guy, okay? I'd say that's pretty good. Now, can you get like... I'm gonna need you to use the towelette. Guys, just saying, I'm like the #1 nitpicker for that. I mean, after a while, you know, it is what it is, but like, I always be wiping my stuff down. I got the air gun in the bag, okay? Right. GameStop bag. Boom. Smooth transition. Alright, all by myself. Thank you to the missus. I give you a name or something. I can't say that. Alright, here we got our Switch 2. Let's take a nice look. Look blue for the right side. Nice. Is it even red? Like light red? Orangish. Look at the top. Top looks weird. I didn't think. Oh, that's gonna need the air gun right there. There's the logo. Switch 2. This is the bottom. I'm tripping. I don't know about the stand here. I don't know how optimal it is. But can your stand do this? But he's doing the splits over here. Actually, it's pretty sturdy. It's holding up. Compared to our, here's our Switch OLED stand. But he was gonna fall right over. Alright, here's our Switch OLED stand. So, I mean, you know. Oh yeah, and I guess a side-by-side comparison will work as well. Sid the Sloth. I don't even know if that caught on camera. It did? Okay. So there's the two next to each other. Pretty decent, you know. I respect the size. We'll see how the screen quality is and everything like that. The OLED obviously did an amazing job. But I'm ready to stick these babies on. I guess, I don't know how much I'll use these, but I'll get these out of the way for show. I don't even know how they're going to go on. I used to mess up old ones all the time. Unsheathe my blade. Alright, so the blue one goes on the blue one. Now, do you just stick it on top, you think? Yep. I mean, the buttons are already better, right? How do you get it off? How do you get it off? It doesn't slide, guys. It doesn't slide. Maybe he's just on there forever. Maybe the, nope, there's a button right here. So maybe you hit the button and then yoink it. Damn. What do I do with the button? Man, I'm getting fooled by this. See, this is why there's an age restriction on this. You know, not old enough for this one. But I'm gonna pull out the other one, and you know, you get the gist. I'm gonna throw it on because I'm not gonna be able to get it off. Exactly why you would throw it on. I guess it goes the other way. Sail towards the bottom. Click right on. Ooh, what is this? I did not know they had a trigger here. So these are the new Joy-Cons. We got our capture button, home button, build quality. It's a little bit better. The stick is a little bit better.
It's a mouse, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a mouse. We'll have to see how that works. And then the left Joy-Con's pretty much the same. I like this one a lot. You can really feel the rubber difference from the old. The size is really what does it. Those little sticks, I mean. We all saw how they got beat up. But yeah, you got any ideas how to get this off? Staying in. Look at me. Albert Einstein over here. So remember that little trigger? Yeah, that's his job. Do that, they pop right off. And then I guess same. I want to put it on the console before I put it on that. Alright, we're going to do it right here. This is going to be out like... Well, I'm sensing some aura from him. Oh, he's on. It slides in, just like that, and then I guess it's on. Like you can't. They don't. Is my thing pointing down? No, it just looks weird. And they don't. You know, you can't just pull them off. I guess you gotta. Yep, you pull. You pull those and you get them right off. This is a Switch 2 101 for dummies. And they slide right on. After you put them on, so the Switch 2 looks like. It looks huge actually with those on. Bigger than I expected. Yeah. That's pretty cool. And obviously we want to get into the games and everything like that. If you're anything like me, you're roaring to go right now. But we gotta cover it all. Micro SD card. I don't even know where he's at on here. Hopefully we can find him. I'm just gonna tear right in. So he's 6 here.
Say that again.
So we got 256 here. Should be plenty of space. I mean, 512 on a Nintendo Switch. How many games are you really gonna have at a time? No. They're not. They better not, at least. I mean, the most on the Switch, the biggest game you'll get is like 15 gigabytes. Holy. I don't even know if the the box cutter would help this. Did you just
Here.
Are you good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're in. Oh, tried to do a somersault on me. So here's our micro SD Express. They give you the little thing to go in your computer. I don't need it right now. They say the. Oh yeah, he does have a little. And it's GameStop brand. Oh, I messed with these before. Little nice case for them. So Express, I never heard of it, despite my vast experience with micro SD cards. But I guess it's supposed to have faster file transfers, and hopefully download speeds and everything like that. Where is this gonna be at? Before it was like, yeah, before it was under the stand on the Switch OLED, so I just figured, I guess it's right here. Slide that in, you want the little click. Trying to get that. Oh yeah. Pop that back down, that bad boy's all good. We got our Mario Kart World, we'll load that up. And I guess the last thing here is our Switch Pro Controller. Box color just makes the process too smooth, you know what I'm saying? Ooh. That one had a little kick. Alright, let me in, buddy. There we go. Go open it up. Boom, boom. Slide this brother out. So I do have my Switch Pro Controller on me. You got the charging cable too. In this economy, they never include that. Here he is with the C button and everything. I mean, can you believe it? We'll have to do something with his these chat features, but here he is. It's a bit small. Maybe he's not small. I don't know. I like the white on top. I think that's a really clean addition. Oh, there's white under the sticks. There's the C button. It's kind of awkwardly placed, I feel. I don't know. It is just over. Something in the middle, maybe. But we'll see how it is. Build quality, I mean, feels sturdy. Not really super light. That's kind of weird. But I feel like my Switch controller is just a little bit bigger than this one. You know. So we'll have to see how that is. And then we have this here. We don't gotta mess around with that. You guys know what it does. Just click them to the side. I've been wanting to get in. Peep the stockpile. I've been wanting to get into here forever. Let's do it, I guess. So we got our power button right here. See, our screen's a little bit dirty. Try not to tweak out. Ooh, there we go. Switch 2. The Americas. Yep. I like the music. They haven't had music in a little bit. Alright, so here we go. I guess we... update data downloading. Alright, well it's happening in the background. I gotta select my time zone. New York. Toronto.
Hold it down a little bit.
What?
There.
Hold it down like that. With Nintendo Switch 2, you can play games wherever you want, how you want. System can stand at whatever angle you like. Just pull out the rear stand. Yep, detach Joy-Con 2. They're having me do it. We already fiddled with that. Come on. Actually takes a little bit of... Oh, look. Detach the left one. Alright. Select next with the controllers removed. Connect to a TV. Yeah, let's do it. Set up the dock. Do the thingy. Do the thingy. Put the switch in. Alright. You want to do that? Alright, here we go. Oh. Bro was singing. Alright, so here it is on the big screen. We got the Joy-Con set up. Fine with the attachment. Choose a style, you can change it any time. Now, 4 minutes left. 5 minutes left.
Alright, so it's currently, I guess, still the first day of launch, but overnight it was 2 a.m., so I kind of just passed out after the launch, to be honest. But I got it set up. I got my games on here, and Mario Kart World is downloaded. Made sure I at least put in that last burst of energy, you know. And yeah, I really like the interface they got going on here. It has a lot more personality than the last one. Little sound effects, colors, stuff like that. Hopefully we can see, I don't know how they would do it on here, but hopefully we see customizations and themes or something like that. Another thing I would really like Nintendo to do, I feel like Nintendo games have such so completing them is such a charm, like doing extra stuff in the games. I feel like having some achievement system or trophies or something would be really cool on your profile. Plus there's not a lot of stuff in there, so Nintendo, put it in there. Also, a lot of the menus have been updated and stuff like that, and the eShop itself looks a lot better. You know, it's Nintendo colors. They got the games. They got a For You thing that gives you recommendations. Looks like they just set a couple weekly. They got what your friends are playing, you know, stuff like that. So honestly, big improvement. You know, I didn't see maybe recent releases. You know, it looks like they're controlling. Oh, never mind. Okay. Well, you know, maybe we'll see an update in the future. You know, they gotta make their money in every way possible, I guess. So weird thing for me was virtual game cards being all, like, you don't go to the eShop to re-download, but the menu for virtual game cards is actually pretty cool. Has a lot of the games I played before. So I don't know. I didn't transfer over. I just signed into my account. I don't know why. I'm just wanting it fresh. And then like the profile, they didn't change. It actually looks like there's a lot less. But I like how they have this set up, the friends list. And then your profile, you know, still has the 20-ish games or whatever. Switch Online's menu, a little different as well, but nothing too crazy. But mainly, my Switch is dying. You know, I've been roaring to go and actually playing the games. So that's gonna be the mission today. I got the day off of work. Well, got the day off of work, so hopefully we can put in some nice hours. I still need to charge up my Pro Controller. Yeah, look, Super Nintendo. So they have, they kind of just changed the colors, to be honest, but I thought this was really cool. So they have GameCube, and then they show you all the games, and then Game Boy Advance, they show you all the games. Pokemon, when you coming out with the virtual consoles type stuff, let me know. But other than that, good experience so far. Hopefully we can dive in, and some videos will come out shortly. Thank you guys for watching. GameStop, you did a good job. Toodles.